forever. I'm ready, probably got animals, but you don't tame them. When you ride with your dogs, you gotta train them. Cause if it get out of hand, you can't restrain them. Niggas would do dumb shit thinking that you gon' save them. Now they think you betrayed them. When that bag on the line, you gotta play chess. Doing niggas dirty for nothing. How you gon' stay fresh? Heard they ran on my downfall, but I'ma stay blessed. And I was quiet for them, like they taking a state test. Don't play in my life, go play CeeLo. That thing gon' stutter like Dutter Man, don't play Nino. Niggas running around like goons thinking that we know. Until I get them clapped on Friday for playing Devo. Cut class, but after school wasn't macking. When niggas was in after school, I was trapping. When you see frauds after fool, they just acting. Nah, we don't scrap with dudes, we just clap them. Niggas hate me cause I floss too much, but they didn't hate me when it used to cost too much. That's why I keep a small circle, people cross too much. Yeah, they was winning, but lost they touch. I'm Nino, man.
Distinct voice is clearly how most remember me. I'm deep like them Instagram posts from Emery. Blood make you related, but I go off energy. Back and forth with Nino to show off chemistry. Grown man, I don't bust down my watches. I wear classic pieces, nothing obnoxious. As long as the streets need this, nothing can stop this. Goggles over the Scully with the Gucci galoshes. More men and Grammys, no Oscars, calamari and salmon. No lobsters, know the big homies. I know mobsters that abduct families and hold them hostage. Sign the hit list, just mind your business. You know they can't wait to line the witness. The clock might stop, but the time is endless. They want us to lose, but we designed to win this. Not enough bitches and too many bitch niggas. That's why you gotta leave them in a hole. Bitch niggas, too many fake Rico and Mitch niggas. These shoes is your size, they don't fit niggas. They don't fit. With my own eyes I seen it. You never call a nigga your friend if you don't mean it. Nah, my own eyes I seen it. You never call a nigga your friend if you don't mean it.
I don't do that friend shit, I do fam. Niggas that go half with you, try to clip the grams. Niggas that see the blueprint, try to switch the plans. Niggas that adding 2 cents, ain't shit to scam. Trust is something you earn. A pussy nigga raw handgun is something to burn. Yeah, the code of the streets, well, it's something to learn. As a youth, like you can't go to jail if they don't got proof. No way on the roof, marijuana in the lobby, that's your friend. But you can't trust them to catch your body. But you in the bands cause you got similar hobbies. Like similar hoes, like similar parties. That buddy shit'll get you murked in the place. Monkey see, monkey do, don't work with the apes. It's a jungle out here, can't work with the jakes. Either get the long things or you work with the eights. These niggas is too soft, these rappers is too friendly. To old me, I would've smacked them with 2 hennies. But now I'm being positive. The cognitive skills just seems anonymous. And I'm anonymous, but not behind a keyboard. Violate my homie and get a keloid. Now that's a friendship. And we ain't blood, but this is kinship. Violate one of my niggas and I'ma end shit. Too friendly to old me, I would've smacked them with 2 hennies. But now I'm being positive. The cognitive skills just seems anonymous. And I'm anonymous, but not behind a keyboard. Violate my homie and get a keloid. Now that's a friendship. And we ain't blood, but this is kinship. Violate one of my niggas and I'ma end shit.
What up? You already know it's your boy Matt Mizzle, the host with the most. Don't need to brag no boast. All I do is give a toast to the real folks who done paved the way in a real way for us players to play. Welcome to another episode. You already know. And I want to talk about this friends, How many of us really have them, what I'm talking about? People that look out for us, go to bat for us, defend our name when we ain't there, and really break shit down, you know what I'm saying, when everybody's not around. A real friend gonna hold you down, you know what I'm saying? Take on the whole motherfucking city with you, you know what I'm saying? And that's a real friend right there, man. Take on the world with you.
How cool.
Not a lot of people have them, But we gonna get some. We gonna get them. Salute to the real ones. They know what they're doing. They represent for the family. I understand where y'all coming from, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out there. Dealing with all types of hardship, COVID, family despair. You know what I'm saying? White supremacy. It's hard to keep up with everything, But there's a breakthrough in this whole reset, global reset. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of money to be made out here. So gather up your few friends that you trust, put y'all money together, and y'all search these airwaves, man, and see, what's really good out there, man. There's a lot of money in cryptocurrency. There's a lot of money in what is it called, blockchain. There's a lot of money in everything, podcasting, everything that's on the net right now. You know what I'm saying? At the drop of a button, you could go ahead and register for an investment account in the stock market. You know what I'm saying? And you start investing in stocks. You can mine Bitcoin through your phone. A lot of shit you can do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta put your money where your mouth is. You know? We did it I say we, a lot of us were in the streets before this, and it was a lot more strenuous on the mental, you know what I'm saying? So if we can't understand that we need to come together as a people for the better in this new wave of technology, then how could we do it when we had nothing, and all we had was what was around, you know? So you're telling me that we can only come together when our backs are against the wall? God put us in this position for a reason. It's like we're getting older right now, you know? Because everything's at a standstill, so nobody's really making too much profit, except for the rich guys. But something I have to show y'all before we start up this whole thing, man. Y'all seen that man that gunned down his neighbor during the argument and killed himself? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what would possess a man to do something like that. But you have to understand that there's a lot of people out there already with mental illness. They have houses. You know, they live in neighborhoods with other people.
White Crow.
They're not very stable creatures, you know? So compound everything being locked down, and the fact that we got COVID, everything's locked down with COVID. I know it's snowstorm. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's justified in what he did. God damn it, this shit is so graphic. I wonder why they're showing us these things. It's becoming more and more prevalent that they're showing these things in the air. Just to get us desensitized to it or something, because these are the type of things that we should not be fathoming. That's why everybody should own a handgun. Just for a reason like this. We talk about taking away people's guns, everybody should own them. That was straight speed justice. So let me show y'all this real quick. That's his neighbor. So he knows he ain't going nowhere. So he knew he couldn't kill him, right? Look what he does. That's right. They knew he couldn't kill him. Look what he does. We got other neighbors coming out to help.
Go get my coat.
Purchase your track today.
You were saying enough to not shoot the other people. crazy how these things happen. You know, a fit of rage. Listen, he goes back into his house. And what do you hear?
Purchase your track today.
He shoots himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And these are the things that they chose to show on WorldStarHipHop.com, you know? WorldStar, y'all can't get my money. Y'all can never get my money. So as this happens, the police is probably like wondering, what the fuck happened? You know? But just to go to show y'all, like, these are the things that happen all the time.
Stamina, beat, stamina.
Now you got this so-called pandemic. Well, it's a real pandemic. But they're not letting our people breathe, you know what I'm saying? Not giving them no type of incentives to stay home, you know?
Purchase your track today.
Everything's online. They want us to be online. But when you deal with real friends, though, they're the people that will hold you down in these type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Little perspectives, you know. You always want to be around your family. You want to make sure that people outside of your family can cope with the pain. So it can be like a domino effect. Everybody around from that person goes to the next friend, and that friend can reach out to his family, and it's like a whole network of people just being, friendly. Because today is, it was National Friends Day. So I'm just saying, we need to do a bit better, when it comes to dealing with each other. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. Down to a Louisiana cop who killed himself and left haunting video on racism and policing. So, this is some real next level shit, y'all. Y'all think it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of a pandemic, a brother killed himself because he's tired of the police shooting black folks. Where are the police getting time to shoot and assault these black people? Going down over in a pandemic, you know what I'm saying? Y'all should just back up off these black folks and let them live. But no, this shit goes on and on and on. This shit is too prevalent in our society, man. You gotta put that shit to bed.
Stamina, beat,
If you're not gonna punish these race soldiers, you're gonna continue to perpetuate the same stereotypes, and eventually the system's gonna have to worry about a revolt. But it's already coming, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done messed up too much. Y'all letting out weirdos and stuff like that, and y'all bringing out indictments on Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. Let me go ahead and talk about this one right here. We are Louisiana cop.
Why didn't you pay for this beat though?
Who killed himself and left haunting note about racism and police killing cops. This makes me have a tear fall on my eye because he's a police officer, A black man that thought he would be doing good and by helping the world and policing the safety of the citizens. But he found a rude awakening that it's not like that at all. And I think that has a lot from not growing up in the hood, not growing up around street cats. You don't really understand how deep and sinister this system really is. They really want us to perish. This revolutionary mindset.
It is January
Let's go ahead and listen to this
29th, 2021. About my clock, 9:17 in the morning, and this is my last day at work. So, Didn't get the notification, obviously, because this is the notification. But it's not my last day. It's just my last day working my job I love. So I just want to speak on one subject and talk on that, and then it will go from there. But I'd like to say I have the floor right now, and I would like to not be heard, but just listen. So,
Wow.
Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, Green Lives Matter, Brown, this, that. It's the completely wrong thinking. Because even when you say lives matter, you're specifically saying a particular group of lives, like Black lives, just Black lives. You know, the wording in our mind frame and our perception and our scope and the lens that we're seeing it through is that's the wrong thing. Drop all your other phrases, whatever mottos and catchphrases. This is it. Only life matters. Only life matters. Not only lives, but only life. Because I'm leading a life. You're leading a life. We're going through life together. We're not going through lives together. We're going through life. It's weird because it's singular and it refers to mine. Like, I value my life as you should yours. It's not I value my lives because I'm only leading one. So you might have different aspects of it in different parts, but I mean, I'm only leading one thing going in one direction. So I don't understand why there has to be constant division. If we start seeing that only life matters, where might that get us? Where might that get us? Because what we're doing right now is there's not even no word for it. And I'm not just even referring to that specific topic, but just across the board. I'm not talking about economics, anything else. I think if we get back to what the base of what we're supposed to get back to, and that's God, and we recognize that we have a piece of that in us, then we'll see each other in a different view. Because that's the only way you can do that. And there is a God. There's no prove me wrong. You can't. You cannot. I don't believe this is not happenstance. I don't feel what I feel. I couldn't do what I'm going to do for it to be happenstance. There's no way that this is a mistake. You're not a mistake. God doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't. Everything has a direction, has a purpose. I figured out what I was supposed to do. So if you're going by Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, I guess being that I'm both, does my life doubly matter? So I'm like above someone? No, we're putting ourselves in subgroups and categories, and there's no difference between us. There's no difference between us. I don't know what happens over the course of us when we grow and mature, but you see these kids that I'm looking at now, and I'm looking at it through a scope and a view that my normal work day, this was my last time seeing them. I'm not going to see them again. Last week, nobody else knows that. I do. But with that said, it's our kids. When I say life matters, that means from when it begins, when it starts inside of somebody, to when they put you back in the ground. That time in between, that matters. No argument about it. No argument about it. The ones that we get here, what are we pouring into them, man? Our children are watching snuff films, basically people getting killed on the regular, and we're broadcasting it to them like it's the thing to do. We are in error, man, and it pains me that it's gotten to this point. But like, what's going to give if people don't just start living according to what they're supposed to do? Because we done tried every other kind of way. I mean, people are just leaning on their own understanding and doing whatever they want to do. Cool. look at the ripple effect of where we're at. This is real simple. Life, what is the opposite of life? Death. There's only two. So, I mean, is there going to be a group that says only death matters? It's a transition to get to that. We got to deal with the portion of that to get to where you are. Well, only afterlife matters? We haven't even started living our lives accordingly like what we're supposed to be doing, and we're our lives are purposeful and they're meaningful, and we are not treating each other with the respect and the love that we're supposed to, because we do not see each other as we are. Treat each other accordingly. That's it. There's no need for all of the murder. There's a difference between killing and murder. People get killed in bicycle accidents and falling off of platforms and trains. Murder is malice and forethought. It's like it is so rampant. I can't understand how it's just the thing to do. And I was in the military. I mean, but that's a totally different circumstance. Like the stuff that's happening out here in such close proximity to like children, it's really sad that I am, and what we do is necessary, because like there's people who are so twisted that, I mean, I'm not saying it hasn't happened before and has always been like demonic and evil, but as of late, it's like we are, I don't even know. And the problem is we're not giving them another healthy alternative. Like, I mean, the adults are just as bad. Y'all are the ones who are doing. What are the children seeing? Now, I am not perfect. There was only one perfect. I am not him. I am not saying that. I am not perfect. But what I tried to do is do right by them. Try to be as good for them as I possibly can, because I would want that for my children. I do. I by default am spending more time with them than y'all are. I'm not talking about a jab or anything, because I mean I got to work too. I'm not with my sons right now. But even with that said, you know, I'm close to your kids. We're not doing right by it. I'm not saying these specific kids. I'm talking about everybody in general, across the board. There's enough blame to be given. And just how we think that we can just do anything to anyone, and like the murdering and the life. Okay, well, say it that way. The lives that are being taken, because they're being taken individually, sometimes in group mass. It's I don't know, man. This is beyond me, and I can't think how this has gotten to the point that it's the norm. Nothing else matters but life. Because if there isn't anything there, there's no existence of anything. There's no propagation of anything. It's not going to keep going on. Only life matters. Only life matters. That is it. And you follow that umbrella, everybody is doing it at once. We're going through life together. It is one experience. It's not like we're going through, you know, separate whatever. I'm not even delving into no nonsense like that. We're going through this present right now. Let's deal with what we're dealing with here and the here and now before we start expounding on other things and try to say that, you know, whatever. Like I said, not a point that I'm going to cover. What I'm saying is we need to do better by each other. Point blank. Point blank. I wake up every day wanting to do my job. Like, I love doing my job, and I couldn't really see myself doing anything else other than this, man, because it is absolutely wonderful dealing and watching the progression of these little people. And I can't think how we've gotten to the point that we're just letting them be fed anything, and then when they wild out and do something crazy, we're like, oh, where'd that come from? Well, what's been poured into them as of late? Well, this has been going on a long time. We have to say that. There's so much division, and it's absolutely unnecessary. The way I look at it, I'm responsible for two places. I got a elementary school I'm responsible for, and a middle school I'm responsible for. At the elementary, there's 289, and at the middle school, there's 242, for a grand total of 531. Now, when people ask me how many kids I got, I say two. But in my mind, I'm thinking 530. I'm responsible for your kids. And I feel like I would lay it down for any of those children any day of the week without hesitation. If I didn't come here with that mindset in this thing for this job, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. You wouldn't want me here. I shouldn't be here. And I just, I'm not putting myself above, but why can't we just see each other like that? Like, why can't we just value each other? I'm not saying we're not going to have bickering and gripes, but to take it to the extremes that we've been taking it, it's about to go down is the only thing I think that's going to get y'all. I can't figure out. I can't figure out anything else because trust me, this has been on me for quite some time, like for days, better part of days, and it's I can't explain it. Like it was something I could just wish away because I've been in bad places before that are like, oh, okay, oh, well, no, I can bounce back. Fleeting idea. No, this I'm like, okay, well, like but it wasn't from an unhealthy place. I'm in a good, like I'm leading a good life. Like it has its ups and downs, and there's a lot of things I want to change about it, but it's still mine to lead, and I don't want to lose it, but like I don't know what else to do to try to convey that this is something I feel that strongly about. Please, please, for the love of God, do not think that I came up with this on my own. There's no way I came up with this on my own. You would have asked me last Friday what was on my mind. I don't know, maybe going out somewhere to eat. This Friday, after all the continuation of stuff that has gone on this week, personally to me, like I can't deny when I'm being directed or like this was as clear as I am talking to you now, and it was a progression of things. And I know y'all ain't gonna understand it, and that's fine. But what I want y'all to understand is why it's being done, because I can't. I just hope that like let it be small to start with here, and then bleed out. But can we just have a pause? Let this pause us. Let this pause us so we can then catch our heads, take the progression forward, and be like, I feel it has to be dramatic and bold. So I like, what else am I to do? I don't know. More so to the point, who else is going to do it? And I just, I don't know. Like I'm sitting parked next to a playground. I'm just looking at them doing their things, and they're completely oblivious to this. I'm wondering all the stuff that they're going to be doing, what's going on with them. These are beautiful little people walking around here. Can we continue to see ourselves as that as we get older? They got the answer. I don't know how we lose it again, but it's we are messing up beyond control. This thing is going to spiral to the point I don't know, but I tell you, if you need a banner raised for this or whatever this is going to be, only life matters. Whoever can debate with against that, those are the ones you need to be worried about. That is the enemy, because the opposite of life is death. Sin is death. You figure that out what that means to you. I know where I read it at. Not saying I look far from perfect, but I don't know. it can be said that this was a mistake. This has been a progression for me to get to arrive at this point. Like, I just realized this or was tasked with this almost a week ago. It'll be Saturday, it'll be a week ago. I think about, like, and I'm not Jesus. I think about how from the beginning, from the get-go, he knew what he had to do, and he knew when it was going to happen. And that was what, 33 some odd years? I'm 44. Like, bro, this last almost week, when I say I have like been crying like out of the blue, like I've been wearing my sunglasses so much and just like playing a God, nobody rolls up on me because there ain't no way I'm going to be able to explain this. Won't happen. Like, they'll be like, what is wrong with you? Like I'm having a damn breakdown. And I have. But I am lucid. I know this is going to be fine tooth comb and pick through and like everything. I get that, as it should be. Nobody up in here, anywhere, who's been dealing with me as of late for this last week can say I have not been in my right faculties, in my right mind, nothing like that. This is the most, look at it. This is the most conscious decision I have ever made. Trust, because I promise you, this was nothing that I wanted to, I thought it was way down the line. And,
Wow.
I don't know. I just hope that it's worth something, and please explain it right. And no, stop before what you think. It's like not about to go down here. This is just my last day at work. This is why I'm talking about it. Okay, I know when it has to go down. Okay, but
Oh man.
to know that, like, okay, clock out, go up, last day, everybody's eating lunch and whatnot. Like, okay, tomorrow's Friday. And I say, no man knows the hour nor the time. I do. And it is kind of so nothing else matters. Only life matters. And if you're doing the opposite of, that is on you. Let's get under one thing and let's be united under that, because that's the only thing we can get united of. There's so many splinter factions of everything. What can you possibly? It's hard to make a choice. I mean, you got more groups and things to, acronyms and whatnot than flavors of ice cream, and it's just like, how do you know what's the right thing? It's really not that hard, to be honest with you. It really isn't. You can't govern morality to people. I mean, it's insane. We are concerned with the wrong, absolute wrong things. Like, I looked on my phone, checking my bank account. I'm like, what am I doing it for? I was like, oh, I'm going to make the direct deposit. I was like, wow, wait a minute. Pointless. And then it dawned on me, you start doing things differently. It's like when people say, if you know it was your last 24, what would you do? I'm here talking to y'all in the hopes that this matters to y'all. That it's not lightly taken, because it's not light to me. So I know things are going to be said afterwards about me and whatnot. Whatever. Look, do you think I care at this point in time about somebody's opinion? No, I really don't. I just hope that it's not for nothing, and I really hope that everybody gets their stuff together, because we need each other. It's like, I mean, I never understood how, okay, in just terms of if you got a 5-man football team or a 10, what's better? Probably the 10. Because there's more manpower, there's more people who can produce and help. We're not helping each other. We're selfish, we're self-centered. All we care about is self, likes, things of that nature. That's nonsense. Envious, jealous of stuff. You see something that's like literally glittering dust. It was not even going to be here. We're not. The only thing when you check out, you're leaving with is your soul, what you arrived with. Just care for somebody else's like you care for that yours, for everyone's. Let's start trying to do that. Let's start trying to do that because I can't see like when is it going to be satisfied? Because I don't see nothing satisfying this. It's already been satisfied. I'm talking about the here and now of us as people still doing what we're doing to each other. It is insane. It is absolutely insane. And I mean, I know this has been going on and whatnot, but I mean, at what point do we, hit the brakes on it and like pause?
So powerful. So powerful what he's saying. He knows exactly what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
I
feel for this brother.
But if we can just start to place value, like we do it with stuff, objects that we cannot leave with. If we place value like we do or appraise a home in other people, we might get a little further. All of that stuff's gonna come and go, and the people will too. But at least value and put it in its right perspective in what it's supposed to be and what is supposed to matter. That's life, not the other stuff that's filled in it. We collectively make up life. We need to be thinking that. So the thing about it, remember this, only life matters. That's it.
Only life matters, man. That's so deep. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta know, man. When shit is deep, we gotta commend it, man. We can't hate on it. We can't stray from it. None of this shit like that, you know. But you know what gets me even more heated is that we need to take these situations as motivation. You know, a lot of us, we ain't got as much money as some of these rich cats out here, you know. And people neither, you know. So why envy each other? You know what I'm saying? That we're still under the thumb of white supremacy. You gotta understand we are 0.5 of the wealth in the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? So as the whole continent as a whole, we're probably like 1% of the wealth. Not 8, right? So look at Jay Prince, man. He has all the money in the world, islands and everything like that, but he's still looking out for his friend Larry Hoover that's doing life in prison, and he still feels a way about how they portraying him in the public eye. Now that's a real friend, you know. Despite all his riches and everything like that, he's still looking out for his friend locked up because he understands where he comes from and he understands how deep the game can be. Let's go ahead and listen to it. Jay Prince speak on Larry Hoover being free, represents Chicago Tribune's article.
An individual, I have lived a life where I allow, things that I can control like that to really bother me. The only thing that bothered me this week, where news and social media is concerned, was the attack that's going on my brother Larry Hoover. Where you know, he's being accused of calling shots from the ADX, you know, the penitentiary out there where he's under surveillance 24/7. You know what I mean? And, you know, they got a blatant lie on the front page of Chicago where he's calling shots. He's still calling shots where these brothers are concerned. And, you know, that's a conspiracy because, you know, he's being, he's about to come home. You know what I mean? He has qualified to come home where the First Step Act was concerned. And, you know, the feds know this. So now they figured out a way of having all this bad press to try to muddy the water, you know, where the judge's eyes are concerned.
Can somebody like a Larry Hoover make a difference in the streets now? Would them young guys be receptive to Larry Hoover?
Oh, most definitely. You know what I mean? This is a brother who know how to think. When you know how to think, it don't matter if you're 100. It don't matter. You know what I mean? That don't even matter. You know, a lot of people, you know, insinuate and try to make that be a disconnect, but it's never a disconnect when you know how to think. Matter of fact, it's an advantage. Yeah.
Is there a release date for him?
Say that again.
Is there a release date for him?
Well, it's not a release date. You know what I mean? It's a situation right now where there's been 4 or 5 other guys that been on the same case that has been released, and now he has qualified to be released. And of course, they're attacking him, trying to keep him in a pig pen. And that bothers me, man, because, you know, here's a brother that qualified, you know, just like all the others, and now y'all telling a bunch of lies on a man that if he fought loud, y'all record. So we understand what that's about.
What are your thoughts on Lil Wayne and Kodak Black getting their pardons from Donald Trump and actually supporting him?
Well, I'm happy for both of those brothers. I'm just a full-blown fan for homies getting out of the pig pen. You know, unless they them pedophiles and them different kind of people who, you know, them from rapists, all the people who I don't respect. But
so you see, he wants everybody out of jail, you know, but through all in all, you know what I'm saying? He never lost, you know, love for his brother to not speak on the situation, you know what I'm saying? Or like say he was too big to speak on the situation or nothing like that, you know? That's what real friends do, man, you know what I'm saying? We look out for our people, man. No matter if they're behind the wall, you know what I'm saying, under the jail, wherever the fuck else, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out there with your folks, make sure you're looking out for them, you know? Because like Pimp C said, commissary is very necessary. You dig? But it's deeper than that, man. We just got to look out for each other and be more conscious and mindful that, yo, any day someone could go, man. There's people passing like never before. So keep your eyes on the prize, stay wise, realize, recognize, and analyze what's going on out here, man. They're trying to desensitize us, you know, to the lies, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to make us think that we savages and we beasts and all that. While they're doing the savagery, they're creating all types of mayhem and chaos. We're just falling into it. And we can't fall into that trap, you know? We gotta be way more smooth, way more diligent, and know how to think, just like he said. Larry Hoover knows how to think, so we should know how to think too. And one of the reasons why I think they don't want to let Larry Hoover out, it's like a chicken's coming home to roost, you know? J. Edgar Hoover stopped the Panthers. Larry Hoover with the Gangster Nation coming back to, you know what I'm saying? To let y'all know that it's all about growth and development, you know what I'm saying? So, it's a full circle paradigm that we live in. That's all good, man. All I'm saying is love and respect your friends like you love yourself, man. Or else don't call them a friend at all. You already know. It's your boy Mac Mizzle. You know my slogan. Keep it real in the field. Forget